Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
She sure is. I am Mitch English, and welcome to Daily Flash. We thought we mix it up a little bit. I figure we enjoy some nice coffee and everything.
Here in the kitchen. Yes, it's delicious. We
The
love
whole
our
crew
coffee.
is here.
Yes.
Sweet baby's behind the camera. How are you got to either run in real quick. There you
All right,
go.
I got to come over
Just
here.
come up real
Okay, I'm
quick.
ready.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Sweet
Are you
baby.
ready for the word of the day?
What's the word of the day?
Alacrity. It means
Alacrity.
eagerness. Move forward. Let's go.
I was eager. What's
Alacrity?
the word again?
Alacrity.
I was
Yeah.
alacritying you to come over here. I was eagerly.
I'm quite sure that's the best use of it in the
Alacrity.
sentence, but alacrity. Thank
you
you,
go.
James. All right, have you ever...
Well, well, no, I haven't.
Oh, no, we...
But continue. You're
we
right.
not-
Yes.
We need to talk to
We also have Matt Doolittle. Yes.
sorry.
I mean, you could alacrity your way to our website, dailyflashshow.com, where you can see everything that James with alacrity in it.
alacrity.
I don't know, let's make it a verb.
Move
Whatever.
with alacrity.
You can go over there and check out all our behind-the-scenes stuff. You're going to see Mitch and I trying to take apart our behind-the-scenes TV station thing in the back room. It's going to be a disaster. Blood, sweat, tears are going to happen. A lot of crying. And you can send us your comments at Daily Flash Show at flash at dailyflashshow.com.
Yeah, that's good.
Are you guys going to do the time-lapse camera? No.
Because what happens is
I'd
that
like that
so
one to
much
say
time
no.
will pass.
Yes.
And so much time will pass, and we'll forget about it. The camera's on, and then all of a sudden we start seeing. I'm walking around dressed like a donkey or something like that. And the time lapse camera's on.
Somebody's in their skivvies at some point.
At one point, it's always that way.
What happens in this back room?
I don't know.
You should come in on the weekends. It's a good
I
time.
don't know if I want
Vegas.
to.
Vegas, baby,
I'm
Vegas.
nervous about that. Okay, question for you, the crew control room. Have you ever lied on a job application or stretched
The truth. Sure. Yes.
Yes.
100%. Yeah, because you're really, and on a resume, you're selling the sizzle.
Yeah.
Not the steak. So I always say that. So you got to kind of make it you more important. You make yourself more important.
How do you think I got here?
Yeah.
That's exactly.
I said I worked on a TV show for 7 years prior to this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're stretching the truth, right? I mean, that's part of the whole thing.
think so,
They say
right.
Gen Z admits to lying on job applications more than 50% of the time.
Half of the time.
Gen Z, 50% lying on their applications compared to millennials at about 10% and Gen Xers and Gen Yers at about 8%. So that's a huge jump when it comes to lying, stretching the truth on a job application.
I will tell you why. It's because now you have to go through these AI bots for all these job application things, and you have to put words in there and phrases to exactly get through these things, and that is why they're upping their resume game.
I think also this is also a generation that didn't have to go into actual job interviews.
Yes.
It's everything's on Zoom, and you can have a lot of cheat sheets behind the camera and that
Yep.
kind of sort of thing. I'm sure that's not all of it, but having an in-person sit down in my office before we hire you situation, I'm sure adds to that they can maybe fudge it a little bit.
You have to be careful though, because if it's a job that requires certain skills, if you're deceiving them about the skills that you actually have or the experience that you actually have, then that can get you into some deep trouble. There were some pretty high-profile cases involving somebody who worked at a software company and another person who worked at the post office. Both lost their jobs because eventually they found out that they had lied on their resume and their job application. But they say that a lot of times some of these companies are looking for someone who is actually knows how to solve problems. So it's more of a communication skill than an actual technical skill. So if you can provide some kind of communication or diplomacy or anything like that that kind of helps generate ideas and create some sort of magic in the workplace, then that can oftentimes supersede any kind of technical requirement.
Yeah, it's elements. I mean, the personality is actually what makes it, there's a lot of on-the-job training.
Yeah.
Almost every job has that. It's interesting about the post office worker. He put down that he actually liked dogs, and he did.
And he
so
did it.
that's a
He
big deal,
worked at a
right?
kennel.
That was
He worked at a
it.
kennel prop.
So
Yes.
keep that in mind. All right.
And he didn't like wearing shorts.
Well, our new prompter operator, she told us she was a plumber, and we were like, "That's
say,
fine.
hey,
you can put out all this stuff on here."
But it's good to have a plumber on staff.
Oh,
Right?
there she is. There she is. Wave your hand.
Put your hands up in the air,
Adriana.
Adriana.
There she is.
There
Yes.
you go.
What about the control room? Ever lied on a job application?
Every single one of them. Keegan's an FBI spy. I know it. I know he's a plant.
CIA.
See? Taylor knew it.
Mike Checo is what we
Mike
call
Checo.
it. He said we can't tell people that. All right. So keep that in mind too. And nowadays it's so much easier that they can people can fact check a little bit more on what you said you've done. And they're also, I have to say, for employers, you are very limited on what you can say if somebody calls up and say, hey, can you tell me about such and such at work there? You're extremely limited. Other than most of the time is just say, yes, this person worked here.
And that's about all you can say.
Legally, yeah. You know, you could say more, but you'll probably get wind up sued if that person didn't get the job.
Which doesn't seem right. It seems like you should be able to have an honest conversation with.
There are many things I would love. Oh, I would love to tell you about why you shouldn't hire this person. All right, let's jump into this show. This story, when I saw, I thought was so cool, and it shows everything about class. We're going to start off with one of my favorite people in the world, David Letterman. He actually returned to late night TV, but not in the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City. Instead, Letterman made a surprise appearance on, it's called Night Show, at a little TV station in Bangor, Maine. You got to watch this. Check this out.
Thank you, Dan. It's a great pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm proud, I'm thrilled, I'm honored to be here. The people here are so friendly. And I'm driving around today. This is a wonderful city. And here I come, I get to be on television. And do you know this? There's a certain sensitivity about how you pronounce the name of this city.
Yeah.
It's Bangor, all right? Yeah. Bangor.
Yeah. And for the longest time, I thought it was Bangor damn near killed her. I thought that was the full name. That's not the case.
Can we edit that in I'm not sure.
We'll say, I'm not sure.
Yes.
Anyway, it was actually the end of that show called Night Show.
Aww.
The 15-year run. It's on local television. Letterman was a dream guest of the host. His name was Danny Cashman. Well, the show, social media revealed that nobody in the audience actually knew that Letterman was going to show up until he walked through the doors. The audience only knew that a mystery guest was booked, and the final guest of the show as well. And it's my understanding that Letterman actually paid for his own flight out there.
Did he really?
And he paid for everything just to be on this show. They didn't have to put him up or anything. And I think that just shows you a lot of class of what, he appreciates what this guy has done.
Yeah.
And as we all know, Letterman he can walk through the door anytime he wants on this show. Dave will lay it out the red
Yes,
carpet.
of course. I don't know about you, but it's odd to see David Letterman as a guest sitting on the right side and the host on the left side. I'm like, wait a second, it should be split.
In essence, that's how he was on his show, just because of the angle. He was, But you're right. He's looking towards the audience.
Mitch, what do we got to do to get him here?
Gosh, Dave.
Bring him to Orlando. What do we got to do?
They say you should never meet your heroes.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty good hero.
I would love, I would love to meet the guy. But I'm like afraid. Usually they say because they'll disappoint you. I don't think that would be the case with Letterman because he does stuff like this, right?
Unless he was having a bad day, which in that case
we all do.
We all do.
We all do. All right, so we're going to get on that, right, booking producer?
Yeah.
Can we get Letterman? Can we get Leno?
Leno change the camera. I'm standing right next to Matt.
Oh, you need?
Yes, we can work on it.
Okay.
I don't know how much money we got in the budget.
All we need is a
but we
parking
can work
space
on
for Leno.
it.
Yeah.
A parking. Okay.
Entice-
We'll have the guys hang on the truck too.
Okay.
Yeah. James, entice him with your word of the day, and let's see if that'll get him
He
here.
would love
Yes.
that. Yeah,
So David
Gotcha.
Letterman, if you're watching, if you're listening, we would love to have you on Daily Flash
That's our
anytime.
baby.
Any day, we'll be here for you.
Indeed.
In other news, did you know that the hottest celebrity ticket in New York City right now is, it has nothing to do, I should say, with a club or a restaurant. It's all about getting a seat on Celebrity Row for a New York Knicks game. The floor seats to a Knicks NBA playoff game are invite only.
Whoa.
So anytime you see Ben Stiller, Paul Rudd, Timothy Chalamet, or Tracy Morgan sitting courtside, they're not getting their tickets from StubHub, my friend. And these tickets are not comped either. They still have to pay the average going rate, which can be anywhere from $15,000 to $30,000 a ticket. Celebrities are chosen based on their popularity with the Knicks fan base or charity work they've done for the organization.
We see LA, the Lakers really are the ones who
Started
realized how important those seats are. I think we think Jack Nicholson. Every single one. But for them, it's interesting. They're like, all right, we'll invite you. Give us $15,000 to $30,000.
But Jack paid for his seats. So does Spike Lee.
As they should.
They should, yeah. I mean, prime seats. But the fact is, like, if I wanted to pay $40,000 for those seats, they wouldn't give them to me at least a Knicks game,
Right.
because they are for people that they want to show up there.
And they even have, like, their representatives will say, you could be on camera at any particular moment during the game, so please be on your best behavior. Of course, Tracy
Timothy
Morgan
Chalamet
recently
is having
vomited on camera. I don't know if you caught that, but he was
did.
at a game, one of the recent games, and just threw up all over the court.
Oh,
And they
Tracy
had to
Morgan,
stop
that was one of the
game.
early playoff games, yeah.
Anywho, but yes, invite only if you're a celebrity, and you have to pay for your
You
own
know the lore with
ticket.
Jack Nicholson, though. He wanted seats that were next to the opposing team's bench so that the last thing they saw before they checked in was Jack staring at him.
Yeah. Well, there you
That's
go.
good strategy.
2 stories about seats that are open, one for Letterman, and we'll have one waiting for you right after this. Stick around.
Hey, John, what's a really healthy way to balance out acidity?
Lady Ashton, balance is the secret to a happy life and a delicious dish. When it comes to tomato sauce, a lot of us have a tendency to reach to sugar to balance out that acidity, but you can actually do it naturally. I like to take some carrot and I shred it into the tomato sauce. This just blends into that tomato sauce. It's like shredding away some of your troubles. Each time you just grate it in there, some of your troubles go away. Why?
You look crazy.
I love life. I really do. The carrot just goes into the tomato sauce. You won't see it. It'll cook out and it balances that acidity. So when you taste it, it's got that wonderful flavor. So save the sugar for your cookies, for your cakes, for those sweet treats. When it comes to balancing out a tomato sauce, add some carrot to it. And this works with most sauces as well. It's got natural sweetness and it's delicious.
It is never an easy topic to discuss, but human trafficking is one of the fastest growing crimes in the world, and it's happening right here in our very own backyard. Joining us now is Jason Mathis of Love Missions. It's a nonprofit organization that fights trafficking through prevention, education, and long-term restoration for survivors. Jason, good to see you as always. So let's talk about Love Missions. What is it? What do you guys do, and how is it unique?
So Love Missions, as you mentioned, we fight human trafficking through awareness, education, and mentorship of survivors. While we're based in Central Florida, we also have a safe house in South America with girls ranging from age 5 to 16 who have been rescued, as well as a restoration home in Wisconsin, and we also do partnerships with Navajo Reservation for awareness. Here in Central Florida, we have a 72-hour drop-in center that allows police officers, once they bring a survivor to us, we basically can assist them in helping them find safe houses, transitional homes, detox facilities, whatever the case may be, lawyers, that kind of thing.
There's so many layers to this. Help define trafficking here in the U.S.
So human trafficking is modern-day slavery, really. It's for trafficking, it's anything that is through fear, coercion, fraud to basically make somebody do have for sex or labor purposes. And here in the U.S. specifically, the U.S. is number 3 in the world for trafficking, and the top 3 states are unfortunately California, Texas, and Florida for trafficking, which is one reason why we're based here, because we can do the most good on the ground. But with trafficking, what happens is nowadays, social media, gaming, online presence, that's what a lot of traffickers are utilizing. They're getting, a kid might turn around and say, oh, I had a tough day, my parents don't understand. Traffickers are taking this small little time, like, oh, I understand, I get it. And they're basically starting this process, a long process too.
Of grooming them,
Of grooming
right?
them, exactly. And what happens at that point, once they get that trust, they basically can start locking into that survivor. And the industry is a $150 billion industry a year, is what trafficking is doing. So there's a lot of greed and money involved in the back end of it.
And powerful people, I would assume, too.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So all that's going on. And what people don't realize, what we bring awareness to is, if you have any kids, would you let a stranger come to your door, knock on the door, hey, I want to go in your kid's room by myself? You would never allow that. But because of social media and gaming, that's essentially what we're allowing to happen as parents, because we're not monitoring that kind of stuff. And it's not about, invasion of privacy. It's about protection and loving people.
Yeah.
And understanding, having conversations, like being able to have open conversations about who you're talking to, who is this, what's going on. So that's what we try to prevent, to make sure that kind of thing doesn't happen.
Yeah, and that's a great analogy too, because I think parents feel a little bit paralyzed when it comes to technology and trying to keep up with all of that. The kids are obviously smarter and faster and quicker with it. So to try and figure out some way to start that conversation and protect them, tell us more about the property that the organization is looking into. Why is it so important, and how is it different from a typical safe house?
Right. So right now in the U.S., there's 1,644 beds dedicated to survivors.
That doesn't seem like very many.
It's not very much, and especially when, because of the nature of the crime, we really don't know how many are out there that are still in the world of human trafficking, but there's estimations of over 1 million just in the U.S.
Golly.
So what happens now with the safe houses and transitional homes, they're usually in them for about 18 months, and then they are released, and they have to go to another safe house or transitional home. Unfortunately, what happens then, if they can't find, they sometimes have criminal records that are still being expunged. They can't get work. They can't find apartments. They have no credit history or anything like that. So if they can't find another safe home to be into, they end up back in the life they once knew. So what this property that we're trying to do is a 10-acre property. It's going to have homes on it, and we're going to continue our mentorship along with them and recovering alongside them, where they can be on this property. It's an address for them. We continue the process if they need to expunge their records. We do mentorship, so if they need GEDs, we help them alongside with that. We help them build a credit history, financial classes, that kind of thing, to help get them into a position where they're saving money up. And what we hope to have is partnerships with other building organizations where they can put down payments or deposits on a home of themselves and actually have true freedom and walk alongside these survivors to get them to that point of freedom.
You're basically helping them restart their life all over again,
Essentially,
right?
yeah.
What does the timeline look for your project, and what's the current need?
So right now we're about 70 days left. We were under contract for 90 days total to raise $360,000.
Okay, that's a big ask.
It is. Right now we have a little over 50,000, so we need quite a bit more. So 310,000 left to go. But we have about 70 days left to raise that. So every little bit counts. And this right here, to be a part of this, you will be a legacy to a person's entire life by any donations that we receive. There's a QR code that people can sign up on, and it all is tax write-off. We are a 501c3, so it's all tax deductible.
Right there on our screen, lovemissions.net, that is the QR code. Do what you can to help out, because you are really changing someone's life for a lifetime, and it's incredible work that you guys do. Lovemissions.net, they are looking to raise money to purchase property to protect these survivors of human trafficking. Jason, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will work toward making sure you meet your mission.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. It's Thursday. That means it's time for us to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. Streaming on Prime Video is Another Simple Favor, the sequel to 2018's A Simple Favor.
Gotta figure out what she's up to. We all process the happiest day of our life differently.
What aren't you telling me?
Stephanie Smothers and Emily Nelson reunite on the Isle of Capri for Emily's extravagant wedding to a rich Italian businessman, which is interrupted by murder and betrayal. I chatted with Alex Newell, who plays Vicky.
What do you think audiences will take away from watching Another Simple Favor?
Honestly, I truly think it's about friendship. This franchise is truly just about friendship, and I hope people take that from it.
Another Simple Favor is simply a waste of time to watch. The script is poorly written and confusing, and the production smacks of desperation. Pass this one by. Again, it's streaming on Prime Video and gets a D. It's rated R. Streaming on Apple TV Plus is the sci-fi comedy series Murderbot.
I am a security unit, or SEC unit. I was built to protect and obey humans, and humans are idiots. But now that I've hacked my programming, I can do whatever I want, as long as they don't find out.
In the series, an android struggles with emotions and free will while balancing dangerous missions and evading detection of its self-awareness. I chatted with stars Noma Dumzwani and David Desmalchian.
And the art of adaptation is fulfilled truly by Paul and Chris, and that was such a pleasure to get to know and be Dr. Mensah, and then get to work with these amazing actors. And my I shouldn't say favorite, but we understand because there was a relationship.
You heard
no,
it
I
here.
didn't say.
Screen shatter.
But we got to play. All of us got to play, and Mensah's relationship to Garathan and Murderbot is a joyous thing for me to play.
Also, I'll tell you a secret.
My favorite. You say that to Tamara and
I don't.
Tatiana.
I believe you, David.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I've done all these different roles and I got into film and television, and people said, well, you're going to get typecast. You're going to be put in a box. And I thought, well, if that box is creepy, strange weirdos, I'm happy for it, you know. And my heroes, the Vincent Prices and the Christopher Lees and the Lon Chaneys of the world, Peter Lorre's of the world. Wow.
They got to play.
And with this role, Paul and Chris and the rest of this cast gave me an opportunity to do something I've never gotten to do before. And I'm so lucky. And I'm so grateful for it. I love this role.
And it's so beautiful. No, seriously, it's so beautiful.
Wow.
I love it. I love Garathan. I love his Garathan. Yeah.
Murderbot is a funny, quirky sci-fi series all about finding one's purpose. Check this one out just for the fun of it. Again, it's streaming on Apple TV Plus and gets an A. It's rated TVMA. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Well, thank you there, Tony. I've never seen him give something a D. I'm kind of interested in that
Good
now.
time.
Well, thank you there. So let's dive into your daily digits. Your first digit this week is $2.4 billion. Well, our favorite retail refs who bring us our Jordans might be turning in their jerseys. Word has it that Dick's Sporting Goods is buying Foot Locker for $2.4 billion. The move highlights a growing trend of takeovers in the apparel industry. You know what? Honestly, in my opinion, as a former Finish Line and Champs employee, Foot Locker employees have always been Dick's employees in my eyes anyway.
Hey now, that was close.
Your next number today is $250,000. That's what it could cost you if you want to live in the former home of the new Holy Father. The Chicago boyhood home of the Pope Leo XIV, the first American pontiff, is heading to auction in June with a $250,000 minimum bid. The seller is praying the Pope's connection turns this modest home into a heavenly payout. However, I'm thinking the most valuable thing they might find is the Holy Father's unholy things they might find in the wall.
It probably so.
See what I mean? We all hid something somewhere. And your last number today is $1,230. That's the average cost for a 5-day road trip anywhere in America this summer per person. Thinking of hitting the open road in June, July, or August, a 5-day American road trip might cost anywhere from $1,200 to nearly $4,000, depending on how you roll. That's per person.
Woo!
Now, if you go on a road trip with Mitch or me, it'll just cost a couple of cans or a pair of glasses and, you know, a lot of ones. I'm just saying.
That's true, but it'll still cost you about $45,000, $45,000.
Yeah, but that's a lot for a road trip nowadays between the gas,
Is that
food,
before
and
or
everything
after the
else.
lawyer?
That's insane. I mean,
The bail money.
I mean, that too. The bail money. We're gonna have to call the bosses. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just keep the credit card online.
Sounds good there,
All right,
Maddie.
Maddie.
All right, here's your daily digits. We got more, don't we?
We do. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. Mitch English here.
Hey, I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, today's trends, tomorrow's
Yeah,
Sunday. We are so happy that you are here with us and you are part of our Daily Flash friend group. Matt Doolittle also keeping his eye on some of our close friends. Hey, Maddie.
Hey, Matt.
Kids, Daily Flash is seen all over the world. You can see us streaming online, and also on the American Forces Network, and of course, our 219 great affiliates across the country. You can just go to our website, dailyflashshow.com, click on Where to Watch tab, and you can see where you can find us in your local area. Today, we are highlighting WVVH in New York City.
There we go. We love VVH.
You know what I learned about New York going up there a couple weeks ago? Fantastic vegan restaurants, because my wife is pushing the vegan meals on me now, so we found some good places to go. The vegan culture, the food up there right now is amazing in those restaurants.
Well, they know that's a city that offers something for everybody, so I can imagine that as well. And I know that our affiliate up there, they're Hampton Roads. You've actually been up there before.
Yeah, they do the Hampton Classic Horse Show every year, and they're a big sponsor of it, so it's kind of cool to be a part of it. Great station up there.
It surely is. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, and I generally... I don't like naming businesses, but this is really cool what Ace Hardware is doing. Ooh. They're giving away 1 million U.S. flags this Saturday. Oh. Okay, and even cooler, all you have to do is just grab one, just show up at an Ace Hardware, and they'll give you an 8x12 American flag. Now, that's cool, but every time you pick up one, they will give one to basically organizations that put flags on veterans' grave sites. Oh, so cool. If you go get one, they'll take one, and they'll say, all right, well, then that one is now, you could be able to put a flag. It's only, while supplies are limited, you can get there. Of course, your Ace Hardware. I love to see companies and businesses doing this and spreading pride because we're so far away from that and divided to see a company do something like this. You don't have to buy anything either. Just go out and get your flag. I think that's cool.
I think we're finally starting to see the tide turn a little bit where we've got a little bit more patriotism and pride in our country and being okay to come forward and say those things. And obviously with Ace Hardware doing this incredible promotion, that's part of the push, I think, which is a good thing.
I think so, and it's everybody. You should have a flag out, no matter what.
You should.
And what I love about Ace Hardware, it's one of the last kind of like mom and pop feeling shops. Like you walk in there and there's a certain smell. It's not the big box ones.
Yeah.
A hardware store has a certain smell to it.
It's lumber and glue and new tools.
And you can walk up to old timey Pete and he knows exactly what nut and bolt you need to put that thing together.
Sure.
That smell actually came from the Ace Hardware man. That's why they had to change their slogan to folks. Because
it started out on this wonderful red, white, and blue note, and then we just...
No, I went blue. I can go blue, trust me.
You seriously
I read it. I'm a white guy. I went blue.
And you went blue.
That's all American, if you ask me.
That is you. That is you. Let's start with one of my favorite people, one of our favorite people here on the show, David Letterman.
Love him.
He returned to late night TV, but not at the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City. Instead, Letterman made a surprise appearance on The Night Show in Bangor, Maine. Check it out.
Thank you, Dan. It's a great pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm proud, I'm thrilled, I'm honored to be here. The people here are so friendly. And I'm driving around today. This is a wonderful city, and here I come. I get to be on television, and do you know this? There's a certain sensitivity about how you pronounce the name of this city.
Yeah.
It's Bangor, all right? Yeah. Bangor.
Yeah. It was the end of the show's 15-year run on local TV. Letterman was a dream guest of host Danny Cashman. The show's social media revealed that nobody, not a single person in the audience, knew Letterman was coming until he walked through the doors and onto the stage. The audience only knew that a mystery guest was booked as the final guest on the show.
I love that. I love that he's continued on in his Netflix show. He kind of just does it at his own pace, which I can appreciate. Yeah. And really, he's a great interviewer.
Mitch, as a Letterman connoisseur, are we still beard or no beard? What are we feeling?
I'm used to him with the beard
now. I'm with
man.
the beard. I'm bearded Letterman guy. I didn't like it at first. Now I'm bearded Letterman.
Really?
His slogan, his kind of like his mantra? Caricature, is now with the beard. So like, which by the way, he has his own channel on some of the streamers too. So you can watch all Letterman all day, and that's where they use it now. So
the bearded. The logo is the bearded Letterman.
Logo.
Got it.
More flash after this.
Something funny is going on, and it's happening every morning on Broadway and Friends on great radio stations all across the U.S. of A. Broadway, T-Wall, Mitch Pancake English, and Sweet Becca. Broadway and Friends, 4 mics, 0 filters, and more opinions than your Aunt Cheryl's Facebook feed. Broadway and Friends. Want to join the madness? Hit up BroadwayandFriends.com.
Spell out the word "and."
And jump into the deep end, blasting for the back roads to the big leagues. Broadway and Friends. The most fun you can have with your radio on.
Hey now, it's time for some air, land, and sea. It is time for a little flash travel. Hey, if you're looking for a trip that's part history lesson, part Scream Fest, and all fun, you might want to head up to Virginia. Busch Gardens Williamsburg is celebrating 50 years of European-themed thrills, charms, and churros. And to mark the milestone, they're bringing back a legend with a brand new take on a fan favorite. It's called Big Bad Wolf. And trust me, this ride does not huff or puff. It straight up blows you away. Check it out.
For 50 years, Busch Garden Williamsburg has been thrilling folks with incredible rides. But this year they're saying, who's afraid of the Big Bad Wolf? Let's find out. And who better to tell us all about this ride? Connor Carr. Connor is the VP of Engineering Rides here. Let me tell you something. Anticipating this, yes. 50 years Busch Gardens has been doing this. We're going to get a little tour, but tell us about this ride.
Absolutely. This ride is just another great addition to our already great lineup here at the park. It's our 11th coaster at the park.
Let's hit that bell and keep rocking and rolling.
And you know, for fans of Busch Gardens Williamsburg, what that bell means is that the wolf has returned. Big Bad Wolf is back. The Wolf's Revenge right here at Busch Gardens Williamsburg.
Now, if anybody had ridden the ride or been familiar with the Big Bad Wolf, this is different, right?
Well, it's different, but there's also quite a bit. You know, we always like to say the original Big Bad Wolf lives in this one, and here we go. Here's the...
I love that you're hanging through this. This is a family roller coaster, and why is that?
Absolutely. But a 42-inch spin up ride, everybody gets to come and ride. So bring your kids, bring your grandparents. And you know, for those fans of the park, we're going through some nostalgia here, the in village, as the wolf runs through the village. We passed Rock and Stable, another great nod to the history of this park.
This is awesome. Wow.
As we go up lift 2, the ride's only begun because we're about to go into the second half.
Okay, all right. Already grills enough for this. This is a steep drop. Oh my God. Here we go. Woo!
Absolutely. You know, the greatest part is you don't have to wait that long to come out and ride with us. The grand opening, May 23rd. That's this Friday.
Yes, you've got to come check out this ride. I'm loving it so far. And I love the hanging part of it. This is making you feel like you really are flying. Wow, this is so cool. Yeah, was that fun, y'all?
Woo! Absolutely. We're so excited. You hear the music. We've come to the completion. We're back to the village. You know, right next door is the Fest House. What a great next stop after riding this ride.
And love this.
Everything that our park has to offer.
You know, this year is a big, big year for Busch Gardens Williamsburg. 50 years and all kinds of stuff happening for it.
50 iconic years of family fun and excitement. And what better way to bring such a nostalgic piece back to the park? We're so excited to add this into our lineup. Like we said, it's our 11th coaster here. But not just that, we have incredible festivals and shows and food and just walking around the park with all the scenery. This park is truly, you know, one of the most beautiful parks in the world, if not the most beautiful park in the world.
It is. I got an opportunity to kind of go around and look at everything. This is a great place to bring the family. You can learn all about the area, but then get to Busch Gardens and have some fun, have some thrills, and maybe try the Big Bad Wolf. You don't really need to be afraid of it because it is nothing but thrills. Good stuff.
Nothing but fun.
Connor, you have the coolest job in the world, my man.
Absolutely.
All righty. Check it out. More details on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Hey, we'd love to travel the world with you, so why not join us by commenting on our Facebook page? Very simple. All you have to do is look for Flash Travel TV on Facebook and just leave your comment. FlashTravelTV.com. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. It is Brain Cancer Awareness Month, and we're joined by Dr. Matthew Cascio, a pediatrician specialist at the University of Florida Health, and Liz Dominguez, whose 8-year-old child is a patient. I want to thank both of y'all for joining us here. Doctor, first off, tell me what PLGG is and some of the most and latest innovative treatments available for those who suffer from it.
Yes, thank you. Well, PLGG is pediatric low-grade glioma. It's the most common brain tumor in children. Roughly about 1,700 children are diagnosed with a low-grade glioma every single year. These treatments that are involved with these tumors have involved chemotherapy, surgery, radiation. More recently, we've developed targeted treatments that treat the cancer by addressing molecular changes in the tumor itself. One of those targeted treatments is called Ogenda, and this treatment targets the most common genetic change in pediatric low-grade gliomas known as BRAF or BRAF.
Liz, I'd like to ask you a question. Like, what led to the diagnosis of your child's LPGG?
So he was 2 years old at the time, and we noticed that he had stopped running. He was having difficulty walking, and then one day he collapsed while he was standing up and playing. And we knew there had to be a big problem going on for that. So we took him to his pediatrician. She explained a couple different things that could be at work, but was mostly concerned about a neurologic issue. And that led us to have an MRI and the diagnosis of his brain tumor.
It makes a lot of sense there. Either one of you, where can folks go if they want to find out more information about this? Where's the best place to find that info?
Yes, they can go to agenda.com, but also day1bio.com. And that gives information about low-grade gliomas, but also the treatments.
All right. Thank you both for joining us. We'll put this information on our website along with the links. You can go there at dailyflashshow.com.
Warm weather means more time outside, but it can also mean more mosquitoes. Here's a smart reminder to help you enjoy the season without all the bites.
As the weather warms up, more people are heading outside, and so are the mosquitoes and ticks. Lifestyle expert Valerie Greenberg has more.
Whether you're spending Memorial Day weekend in your backyard, at the lake, or traveling with family, bug bites can ruin the fun. Some mosquitoes may carry illnesses like West Nile or dengue, so applying repellent ahead of time is one of the easiest ways to help you stay protected.
Off Clean Feel is designed for comfort. It doesn't feel greasy and is fragrance-free. The line includes 4 different formulas to suit your preference: aerosol, misting spray, pump spritz, and gel. A travel-size aerosol is also available.
I personally love Off Clean Feel Mist. It's a 2025 Product of the Year USA winner in the insect repellent category and offers effortless 360-degree application without the noise of traditional aerosols, while providing non-sticky, fragrance-free, and long-lasting protection from mosquitoes and ticks.
The full Off Clean Feel product line can be purchased at major retailers, including Amazon, Target, and Walmart.
All right, we have an important conversation women should be having with their doctors.
Heart disease affects more than 60 million women and has been the leading cause of death for more than a century. Yet, heart health is left out of conversations at the doctor's office and dinner table.
Coming from a family with a long history of heart disease, I know how one conversation with the women you love can change the course of her life. Alarmingly, half of the women never discussed heart health with their family. A simple conversation, text, or letter can help understand your risk and encourage your loved ones to prioritize their health.
Visit alettertomymother.com.
Well, many Americans plan to travel for some kind of sporting event this year and turning game day into a getaway day. Former NFL fullback Ovi Magully joins us with more. Welcome, Ovi.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
Well, sports travel is having a moment. So what does the data show?
Well, it really is having a moment. And the data shows that 1 in 4 Americans, like you mentioned, 24%, are planning a trip around a sporting event this year. And it's not just super fans. 21% of travelers say a sporting event influences where they go, and 27% of families with kids are building activity-filled getaways around tournaments and games. Now, Matt, I got a 16-year-old daughter named Olivia, a 13-year-old named Nasia, and a 10-year-old son named Abasi, and these kids got me running ragged doing soccer and softball and volleyball. I know that Booking.com has made my life easier.
Well, and how are they tapping into that trend?
Well, they're tapping into that trend because Booking.com just announced a new partnership as the official online travel partner of the WNBA and NBA, which builds on a growing all-star roster of sports partnerships, including Major League Baseball, all designed to ensure that Booking.com shows up where passionate fans are most inspired to turn moments into memorable travel experiences from tip-offs to playoffs.
Why do you think fans are building vacations around sports now?
I mean, really, sports bring people together. Families are bonding at stadiums, and friends are reuniting for rivalry games. And it's about more than the score. They're planning smarter, turning big games into big memories, and Booking.com helps make that possible.
And where can we go for more info?
For more information, go to Booking.com. It's your one-stop shop to find great deals, flexible options, and places to stay close to the action.
Thanks, Ovi. We'll make sure we share this on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Well, gamers on the West Coast, rejoice! Nintendo has opened the company's second ever store in the United States. Check this out.
Welcome, Nintendo, to the greatest city in the world.
Nintendo has just opened their second U.S. store location in San Francisco. It features 2 floors of video game systems, games, plus character and franchise-based merchandise. The store will also have exclusive products, some previously only available in Japan.
Nintendo San Francisco provides new ways for guests to connect with our games and characters,
being here in historic Union Square puts us literally in the heart of San Francisco.
Having a place where I think a lot of community can come together is just amazing. And for Nintendo, it's even bigger. San Francisco is like one of the perfect places to open up a store. Like, I don't think they could have picked a better spot.
For more information, go to Nintendo.com.
As summer plans come together, car trouble can throw everything off. The Car Mom has advice to help families stay prepared.
Summer is right around the corner, and with over 75% of Americans expected to take a road trip, the highways will be busier than ever. More people on the road can lead to increased vehicle accidents, but there's one simple step you can take now to keep your summer on track. Kelly Stumpy, better known as the Car Mom, has more.
Whether you're planning a family getaway, a staycation, or you're just managing the hustle of summer camps and soccer practice, the season gets busy fast. Being without a vehicle in the event of an accident could totally derail your summer plans, especially since the average car repair takes more than 2 weeks, according to the latest enterprise data.
Rental reimbursement coverage helps cover the cost of a rental car if your vehicle is in the shop. The coverage is widely available and offered by most major auto insurance companies, but it's often an additional option that gets overlooked.
This coverage can help keep your life moving forward, and it's surprisingly affordable. A full year typically costs about the same as renting a car for just one day.
To learn more about rental reimbursement coverage, visit enterprise.com/rental reimbursement.
No doubt about it, domestic travel continues to thrive in 2025, and many are actually turning to experiences in their own backyard. Travel expert Juliana Brosti, she joins us with a spotlight on South Texas. Juliana, tell me, why is South Texas a great under-the-radar vacation spot?
Well, you know, we've all heard great things about big cities in Texas, but I love getting off the beaten path. I recently got back from the Rio Grande Valley in South Texas, where Texan culture and Mexican culture meet. Getting to go to places like South Padre Island, where there's tropical weather year-round, and Brownsville, it's a hidden gem foodie spot, and McAllen, which has the comforts of a big city and also so much international flair. You can stay on the Gulf Coast, on the beach, or you can enjoy a historic hotel like Casa de Palmas, Spanish architecture that won't break the bank. And if you're looking for something off the beaten path, horseback riding on the beach is just a magical experience, day or at sunset, getting to enjoy sand dunes and waves and feeling that wind in your hair. It's such a wonderful adventure. I also loved getting to see the Gladys Porter Zoo in Brownsville, where you can feed a giraffe. There's also in South Padre Island a really wonderful sea turtle hospital. They rehabilitate turtles and release them back into the wild. Now, if you are a nature lover, birders, look out, bring your binoculars. Spring and fall migration season happens, and over 300 species of birds have been spotted in places like South Padre Island Birding Nature Center and Alligator Sanctuary. I love Quinta Mazatlan with its Spanish revival-style adobe mansion, and it's also a world birding center. And Sable Palm Sanctuary is such a jungle. They left the world in its natural state, so it's a really cool place to explore. Kayaking in Arasaka is a must as well. All families, you got to get on the water. In South Padre Island, you can go on a dolphin cruise for an affordable family adventure. If you're looking for food, Brownsville has a taco trail, birria tacos, micheladas. It's delicious. Ooh. And also, I want you to know there's a 2025 Texas James Beard Award-winning semifinalist at La Rêve, which is a wonderful French spot. Lots of layers of flavor. If you want to go indoors, there's an International Museum of Art and Science in McAllen, Science on a Sphere, Spanish paintings, physics, all kinds of cool exhibits in there.
There are plenty of things to do. Thank you so much there, Juliana, and we'll make sure that we post this on our website at dailyflashshow.com. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you.